The number one thing that every single old guy over the age of 50 plus wants, right? This is the number one thing that every man in his 50s wants. And that number one thing is a little something called peace, right? We just want to live in peace. We don't want drama. We don't want chaos. We don't want any nonsense going on in our lives. We just want peace. Because we finally reached a point in our lives where we're financially stable, finally got our credit together, finally got our credit score up, finally got some money in our bank accounts, finally have like a roof over our heads, finally have reliable transportation, and now we just want peace, right? We just want a little bit of peace. And we just want to enjoy the fruits of our labor now that we've finally gotten to a place in life where we can breathe, right? We can just let out a sigh of relief, like, whoo, thank God, I'm still here, I'm still in one piece, I've still got my health intact, and you know what? I've got a little money to boot, right? I just want to live in peace. I don't want to be around, I don't want bullets whizzing by me anymore. I don't need to live my life like a rap video anymore. I don't want to feel like in Boys in the Hood. I just want to have a little bit of peace and safety, right? I just want to live in safety. I don't want to have to look over my shoulder anytime I'm just going home, right? I just want to be in peace. If I go to a grocery store, I don't want to have to be, checking to make sure no one's packing around me, right? I just want to live in peace. Or if I'm dating a girl, I don't want to come home to her nagging. I don't want to come home to her breaking my balls or her trying to tell me what to do. I just want to live in peace. Okay? And that is the one thing that every man in his 50s just wants, right? He just wants to live in peace. And the more you're able to provide that for him, the more he'll want you around, right? Whether you're his girlfriend, his wife, or a friend, colleague, family member, right? The more that you can adhere to his motto of peace, the more he'll be happy to have you around. But the more chaos you want to bring into his life, the more disruption you want to bring in, right? The more nonsense you want to throw his way, the more he's just going to be like, now I'm done with this, right? I don't need to deal with this anymore. I'm just done. It was entertaining in my 20s, maybe in my 30s. Yeah, it was still kind of amusing. But now that I'm in my 50s, I'm over it. I don't need to see it anymore. I'm done with it. I don't have the energy to deal with it. I'm just not interested, right? There were a lot of things in my 20s that were entertaining to me, right? Or amusing, that I just kept around just because I didn't know what else to do with it, right? Like people in my life, whether it was people I dated or friends in my life, I didn't know any better, so I just kept them around. While they continued to cause distraction, disruption, and just all sorts of chaos, right? I just kept them around. And then it wasn't until probably somewhere towards my later 40s, really, it took me a long time. My later 40s, I just why did I even deal with any of these people? I should have kicked them out of my life a long time ago, and I just stopped dealing with it, right? And then anybody who comes along that wants to bring that drama in, I'm just nah, I'm over it. I don't need to see it, right? You're more trouble than you're worth. No thanks, right? No thanks. Take it elsewhere, son, right? Or take it elsewhere, ma'am. I don't need to see it, right? I don't need to deal with it. So, yeah, when you become an older dude in your 50s, you start to have a very, very low threshold for what you will put up with. The type of nonsense, the type of malarkey you'll deal with, you'll tolerate from other people, right? You just won't want it in your life because you are focused on having this one thing become a stable element in your existence, and that one thing is peace, right? I just want peace and quiet, right? And anybody who brings anything outside of peace and quiet, I just don't want in my life. All right, simple as that. And so, yeah, that is the luxury too of becoming an older dude in your 50s is you will have the financial resources and a whole lot more stability and a whole lot more knowledge and just wisdom to stay clear of this, right? To just stay clear of just things that don't allow you to live in peace, right? That that can really just be dangerous for you, right? Because a lot of times these things that do bring chaos and disruption into your life are often things that can lead to the end of your life, right? If you hang out with the wrong people or if they're involved in stuff that, again, back in your 20s might have been interesting, might have been amusing, might have been entertaining. It's not entertaining anymore, right? Because now you just want to live out the rest of you realize too in your 50s, you become a lot more aware of your own mortality. And you realize that, your own death is around the corner because you're already halfway there. So you become more aware of that. And you're like, you know what? I've seen enough craziness the first 50 years. And I put myself in enough crazy ass situations where I'm shocked I'm still here. I don't need to continue gambling like that, right? I don't need to continue rolling the dice like I did in the past. I just want to live in peace. Right? So that's what you do. I just want to live, this quiet existence that allows me to venture when I want to, when I feel like it. But I don't need to be in the middle of, this chaotic environment anymore where, I'm around people who refuse to grow up or I'm around people who are just doing dirt still. That makes sense? Right? You just want to live in peace, man. And you don't want to be around all this, all this negativity or all this toxicity anymore. That it's just crazy, how so many people are just so consumed by that stuff, right? They're just so, it's they're just drawn to that. They're drawn to toxicity and negativity, and they're just drawn to this very dark energy. All right, but if you're still here as a dude in your 50s, you probably aren't anymore. You're probably over it. You're like, yeah, that was interesting at the time, but you know what? I don't want to keep tempting fate. You know what I mean? It's because sooner or later, it catches up with you, right? You have to know when to walk away. Right? It's like being in a casino. You got to know when. You got to know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to hide. You got to count your money. Was it Kenny Rogers saying that song? While you're sitting at the table. So yeah, you just have to know when, to take your chips and cash them in, right? But yeah, man, that's the number one thing dudes in their 50s want. It's just peace, right? I think men in general just want peace, but to varying degrees, right? In your 20s, sure, you want a little bit of peace, but you also still want drama. You still want some action, right? You still need that entertainment because you're still young, and of course you want that entertainment because it's mentally stimulating for you, even into your 30s. But then once you get beyond your 30s, you start to go, okay, this is starting to get ridiculous, right? This is starting to get not so amusing anymore. Now this is starting to get a little dangerous, right? I want to get away from this. And you start to focus more on, hey, I feel best about myself and my quality of life when, things are just peaceful. I just want to be in peace. I mean, yeah, it's just, I like peace, I don't like looking over my shoulder, man. I just want to enjoy the fruits of my labor, live in peace, drive my cool car around, and hang out with family members or hang out with my dogs and, just hang out with cool people and meet other cool people and not be around people who are toxic, negative, or friggin' disruptive, right? Or want to cause drama 24/7, male or female. But with that said, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. With that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Till next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets, signing out
from my garage here with my DeLorean. So don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe because it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. They do not like to promote coaching videos like mine that help guys, help men to become better men, to become the best versions of yourself. They don't like that, okay? So I need your help. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And it helps us as men, okay? It helps reach other guys as well. So you're doing a good thing by subscribing. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my premium Alpha Male Secrets content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day for trying to help men to be better men. Okay? So if you're a member of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel and they shut us down, it won't matter. It'll be like nothing happened because you'll still have access to all of my premium Alpha Male Secrets content. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. And it's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds.